I married my stalker. He did choke me a few times.
It make you feel unsafe. It make you feel like don't nobody care about you. Nobody believe you.
This was the only man that I had ever thought truly loved me.
When I was 8, I used to think she was demonized.
So she would get so mad she'd hit you.
Those type of things, it should not happen. People should not do that. My naivete and my ignorance and trusting in this man's words.
Even though I had a restraining order, we got married again. He grabbed me by the collar and pulled me to the elevator and threw me in.
It was a difficult situation for me to grasp onto.
When the police will come and they arrest him, he go to jail for like a day or so.
He can't do what a husband could do.
I hope some young girl can learn from my mistakes and avoid what I went through.
Tiffany is known for her hilarious comedy, but when she shared a story about her ex-husband, there was nothing funny about it.
All I wanted to do was hang out with all the comedians, and that was making my ex-husband so mad. He snatched me by my neck and slammed me into the wall. I filed for divorce, but I don't know what was wrong with me because I still wanted my husband back. Even though I had a restraining order, I think we can work through this.
She was desperate to feel some kind of love.
We got married again. I didn't know any other way to be loved. Maybe this was the only man that I had ever thought truly loved me.
Tiffany grew up without an example of true love. When she was just 3, her dad abandoned her family. And a few years later, her childhood ended when her mom was in a brutal accident.
When I was 8, he had a car accident. Her head went through a windshield, changed everything about her. I used to think she was demonized. Like I thought like maybe somebody else jumped inside her body. Like, where is my mommy? Like she's gone.
She would get so mad she'd hit you. I can take a punch now. You can't never knock me out.
Her mother was diagnosed with schizophrenia and was taken to a hospital, leaving Tiffany in foster care.
You just moved from there to here. A lot of times I feel like you're just a paycheck to a family, like not really a person.
And when she was 13 years old, she was abused by a man she trusted.
My naivete wanted to believe that people really care about you. It make you feel like don't nobody care about you when you tell nobody believe you.
Though she was trapped in a world without love, Tiffany found her inner strength.
You have to build yourself up. You have to communicate with yourself sometimes.
And when she realized she could make people laugh, it made her feel the love she had been looking for.
I just knew that I wanted to make friends. I wanted people to help me. There's a scene in Who Framed Roger Rabbit where the detective says to the rabbit, "Why are all these people doing nice things for you?" The rabbit says, "If you make people laugh, they'll do anything for you."
But that feeling was just an illusion.
After a while, I started to be like really super lonely. And I started praying to God to please send me a man that really loved me. And then God sent me a stalker and I was like, yes, I'm marrying him.
Tiffany had no idea what real love was.
And it was a good relationship at first. He was feeding me 3 times a day. He used to take me on long walks. He did choke me a few times. When the police would come and they arrest him, he go to jail for like a day or so.
And when she found the strength to break up with him, she was too scared to commit to her decision.
I had broke up with him. I left him. I was like, I can't live like that. He wanted me back. I was like, well, if you want me back, it's certain things you're gonna have to do.
On some level, I felt like if I loved him enough, I could heal him from being mad.
But he became even more controlling.
He told me, like, you can't receive no phone calls or text messages after 10 o'clock because that's disrespecting our relationship. You ain't got to do that comedy no more. I love comedy. You can't take that away from me. This is my safe place.
And when Tiffany came home one day to find an eviction notice on their front door, it was the last straw.
Why hasn't the rent been paid? Turns out he was paying child support. He had another child who he basically abandoned because he didn't like her mom.
She realized he was just like her father, who had walked out on her all those years ago. She knew she deserved better.
I got a divorce, and this time it's stuck. I couldn't be with anybody who could abandon his child. That was my personal boundary, and I had finally found it.
She used comedy to share her story and inspire others.
I will always tell the truth, even when it's not fun. I hope some young girl can learn from my mistakes and avoid what I went through.
Despite her career success, she still longed for true love. But when she met actor and rapper Common, she was immediately drawn to him. But could she trust him?
I know that Common. He probably gonna treat me like a queen.
He treats them real well and then he breaks up.
Little did she know, Common was also haunted by a painful memory.
I was like 9 years old. I was sexually abused, but I had blocked it out of my mind.
He buried his pain, which put a strain on his relationship with his daughter Amoye.
Her saying, you weren't there for me, you didn't fight for me as a father.
Common knew he wanted true love, but he couldn't open up.
I like a woman that definitely has fun, sense of humor, like, 'cause I need that in my life. I want a friend friend too, that I can share those things with.
Tiffany was the perfect match, but would he be able to work through his pain and be the man she needed?
Someone who has like knowledge and willing to share it. Somebody who's willing to give and take, a nice synergy.
As their friendship grew, Common saw how open and honest Tiffany was about overcoming abuse.
To get rid of the darkness, you gotta turn on the light.
Following her example, he started to face his pain head on, opening up and healing himself.
And that was like one of those, the heavens open moments of me understanding how to apply love more. I gotta get this off me so I could be better for myself, for Amoye. I said, look, you're right, I didn't fight. And I'm a caring individual, but I had to get past just like providing and protecting because love is an action word.
Seeing Common's growth, Tiffany decided to take a risk on love again.
I went on a virtual date with Common, and it was super fun. And he sent me flowers. It was romantic. He sent me food. It was nice.
She's a wonderful woman, a queen, and just a beautiful person. I just care for her a lot. I'm grateful to have her in my life. I'm happy.
By fighting for herself, Tiffany was finally able to recognize the love she had always deserved.
I feel more confident in me. I got somebody that cares about me, that really has my back. And I love it. I love him.
And by sharing her journey, she was able to help others.
I don't feel a victim because I see myself as somebody who overcame that situation.
There's always a voice in your head. It's you, right? And those thoughts, those voices, those things control your universe. It paints how you live. And so if you hate on you, your world will be that.
Live your best life. Be your best self. Be you. There is nothing wrong with you.